Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we'll be exploring comprehensive approaches to assessment and measurement in applied behavior analysis. Our focus will be on how accurate, reliable, and meaningful behavioral data can guide effective intervention planning. I'm excited to share insights that can help enhance your strategies and improve outcomes in your practice. Let's dive in. Assessment is fundamental in applied behavior analysis because it directs how we plan and make decisions about interventions. It helps us clearly identify which behaviors to target and understand the environmental factors that impact those behaviors. By continuously assessing behavior, we can track changes over time and see how well our interventions are working. This ongoing evaluation ensures that we can adjust treatments based on solid data, improving the effectiveness of our work. When setting criteria for behavior change, the first step is to establish clear, measurable, and achievable goals. This foundation ensures that the change process is focused and practical. Next, we use baseline data, which helps us understand the current level of behavior. This information is crucial because it provides a starting point from which we can measure progress. It's also important to consider the social significance of the change, meaning we need to think about how the behavior change will impact the individual's daily life and relationships. Lastly, we continuously evaluate and adjust our goals based on intervention data. This ongoing assessment allows us to fine-tune our approach, making sure the goals remain relevant and effective for producing meaningful outcomes. Measurement plays a crucial role in applied behavior analysis. First, it allows us to objectively quantify behavior. This means we can record and evaluate behavior in a way that is unbiased and accurate, which is essential when assessing the effectiveness of any intervention. Next, measurement provides us with reliable data that we can analyze carefully. This data is the backbone of our decision-making process throughout the treatment, helping us understand what is working and what might need to be adjusted. Additionally, by consistently measuring behavior, we can ensure accountability. This means we can demonstrate treatment integrity, showing that the procedures we planned are actually being implemented as intended. In short, measurement is key to making informed, data-driven decisions and maintaining the quality and fidelity of our interventions. When selecting measurement procedures, the first thing to consider is the specific behavioral dimensions we want to capture. This could be how often behavior occurs, how long it lasts, or how intense it is. Understanding these details helps us choose the best approach. Next, we have to think about the practical side, the logistics of observation. This includes deciding on methods that are realistic given the environment and resources available. One common strategy is event recording, which involves counting every occurrence of the behavior. This is great for behaviors that happen clearly and distinctly. Another method is interval recording, where we check whether the behavior occurs within set time blocks, giving us a snapshot of behavior presence. Lastly, time sampling involves observing the behavior at specific intervals, rather than continuously, which can be useful when constant observation isn't possible. Each of these methods has its place, and selecting the right one depends on behavior we're measuring and the context of our observation. When we talk about useful scientific measurement in ABA, four key elements stand out. First is validity, which means our measurement truly reflects the behavior we're interested in. If the data doesn't represent the actual behavior, it loses its purpose. Next, reliability is crucial because we need our observations to be consistent, whether it's the same person or different observers recording the behavior. Then, accuracy comes into play. It's about how close our measurement is to the real value of the behavior. Without accuracy, our data can't be trusted. Finally, sensitivity matters because we need to detect even small but meaningful changes in behavior. These subtle shifts can be critical for making informed decisions about interventions and understanding progress. Together, these elements ensure our measurements are both scientifically sound and useful in practice. When we talk about threats to accuracy and reliability in measurement, there are several key factors to consider. First, observer bias and errors can significantly distort the data because they introduce a subjective element, which affects the objectivity we need. Then, inconsistent data collection methods also pose a problem. If we're not using the same process every time, our results won't be reliable. Another important point is the clarity of our operational definitions. If these aren't well defined, it becomes difficult to measure what we intend with precision. Environmental variables are also tricky since they can unpredictably influence behavior, adding another layer of complexity. Equipment errors can compromise the integrity of our data, especially if the tools we use are faulty or improperly calibrated. Finally, procedural errors, such as mistakes in following protocols, can further challenge our ability to achieve accurate and reliable measurement. Keeping all these factors in check is essential for high quality data collection.